Ever wondered why striving for perfection often leaves you feeling unfulfilled? It's a question that might catch you off guard, but it's one that's worth exploring. Our journey today begins with the intriguing concept of embracing imperfection, as eloquently discussed in Brené Brown's groundbreaking book, The Gifts of Imperfection. Let go of who you think you're supposed to be and embrace who you are. Imagine a world where we're not constantly chasing the elusive ideal of perfection. Instead, we're celebrating our quirks, our flaws, our unique characteristics that make us who we are. Sounds liberating, doesn't it? Well, that's precisely what Brené Brown proposes in her book. She encourages us to let go of the exhausting pursuit of perfection and instead embrace our authentic selves. In doing so, she argues, we can unlock a life filled with greater joy, fulfillment, and inner peace. This isn't about promoting mediocrity or complacency. Rather, it's about understanding that our worth isn't tied to being perfect. You see, perfection is an illusion, a mirage that keeps shifting further away the closer we think we get. It's a race with no finish line. Instead of propelling us forward, this pursuit often leaves us feeling inadequate, overwhelmed, and perpetually behind. But what if we took a different approach? What if we celebrated our imperfections instead of hiding them? What if we saw our shortcomings not as failures, but as opportunities for growth and self-discovery? That's the heart of Brené Brown's message. She challenges us to step out of our comfort zones, to confront our fears, and to accept ourselves, warts and all. It's in this acceptance that we can find the courage to be vulnerable, to be real, and to be authentically ourselves. So let's embark on this journey together, exploring the power of authenticity, the importance of self-compassion, the value of resilience, and the transformative effect of gratitude. As we delve into these themes, remember that embracing your imperfections doesn't make you less than, it makes you human. Imperfection isn't a weakness, it's a strength. So let's dare to be imperfect and discover the gifts that lie within our imperfections. Do you know what happens when you embrace your true self? This is a question that can lead to so many transformative answers. In Brené Brown's The Gifts of Imperfection, one of the key lessons is the power of authenticity. It's about letting go of who you think you're supposed to be and embracing who you truly are. Let's pause for a moment and consider the word authenticity. It's not just about being honest or genuine, it's about being real, being you. It's about acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses, your passions and fears, your successes, and yes, your failures too. This is where the magic happens. When you embrace authenticity, you start to see yourself for who you really are, not as who you think you should be. You start to accept yourself with all your imperfections. And in this acceptance, you find freedom. The freedom to be yourself, to express yourself, to live your life in a way that is true to you. The renowned poet Maya Angelou once said, "There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you." This is a powerful testament to the importance of being true to oneself. When we hide our true selves, we suppress our stories, our experiences, our identities. This can lead to a life of discomfort, dissatisfaction, and regret. But when we embrace our authenticity, we allow our stories to surface. We allow our experiences to shape us. We allow our identities to shine. And in doing so, we not only liberate ourselves, we also inspire others to do the same. Authenticity then is not just about personal freedom. It's about creating a world where everyone feels free to be themselves, where everyone feels valued for who they are, where everyone feels encouraged to share their stories. So ask yourself, are you ready to embrace your authenticity? Are you ready to let go of who you think you're supposed to be and embrace who you truly are? Remember, there's no one else like you. How often do you show compassion to yourself? This question may seem unexpected, even odd, but the answer holds the key to your emotional well-being. Self-compassion, a cornerstone of Brené Brown's The Gifts of Imperfection, is the gentle acceptance of ourselves, flaws and all. Let's delve deeper. Self-compassion is not about ignoring our faults or wrapping ourselves in a blanket of self-denial. It's about acknowledging our imperfections, embracing them, and using them as stepping stones to self-improvement. It's about treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we'd extend to a close friend who's going through a rough patch. Consider this quote from the Dalai Lama, a beacon of compassion in our world. He once said, "If you don't love yourself, you cannot love others. You will not be able to love others. If you have no compassion for yourself, then you are not able of developing compassion for others." This simple yet profound statement underscores the significance of self-love and compassion. When we practice self-compassion, we create a nurturing space within ourselves. It's a space where we can stumble, fall, pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and keep going, all without the harsh glare of self-judgment. It's a space where we can grow, learn, and become the best versions of ourselves. Self-compassion also helps us build resilience. When we're kind to ourselves, we're better equipped to handle life's ups and downs. It's like a safety net that catches us when we fall, softening the impact and helping us bounce back. Moreover, self-compassion is not a destination, but a journey. It's a lifelong commitment to treating ourselves with kindness, understanding, and patience. It's a promise to stand by ourselves, even when the going gets tough. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to self-compassion. It's a deeply personal practice that varies from person to person. So start where you are. Listen to your inner voice. Treat it with kindness. Embrace your imperfections. And above all, be patient with yourself. Self-compassion is the first step towards self-improvement. So take that first step. Be your own best friend, and watch as the world around you transforms. Ever noticed how some people bounce back from adversity while others crumble? Resilience, my friends, is an incredible human trait, a remarkable quality that separates those who thrive from those who merely survive. It's the ability to get up when life knocks you down, to press on when the odds are stacked against you. Brené Brown, in her insightful book, The Gifts of Imperfection, underlines the significance of resilience. She encourages us to embrace our imperfections, to acknowledge our vulnerabilities, and to harness the power of resilience to overcome life's challenges. Imagine resilience as a rubber band. When stretched, it can take on a lot of pressure, but once the pressure is released, it springs back to its original form. That's how resilience works. It's not about avoiding stress or hardship, but rather it's about facing adversity head-on and bouncing back stronger. Now let's turn to a real-life example. Nelson Mandela, a beacon of resilience, stood against apartheid's injustice in South Africa. He was imprisoned for 27 long years, yet he never lost hope. His resilience was his shield and his weapon. He endured, he persevered, and ultimately, he triumphed. Mandela once said, "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." His life epitomizes the power of resilience. It reminds us that resilience is not just about surviving, it's about thriving in the face of adversity. Resilience, as Brené Brown emphasizes, is not a trait that we either have or don't have. It's not a static state, but a dynamic process. It's about learning, growing, and adapting. It's a journey of self-discovery, of understanding our strengths and weaknesses, and using this knowledge to navigate life's storms. So, the next time life throws a curveball your way, remember Mandela's words. Remember that your ability to bounce back defines your strength. Remember that resilience is a gift that lies within all of us, waiting to be unwrapped. Your resilience defines your strength. Harness it, embrace it, and let it guide you through life's ups and downs. How often do you express gratitude in your life? In Brené Brown's The Gifts of Imperfection, gratitude plays a pivotal role in living a wholehearted life. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you. It's an attitude, a perspective, a way of perceiving our lives and the world around us. It's about recognizing the good in our lives and acknowledging that it's not by our own doing alone. It's about understanding that every day is a gift, and every moment is a blessing, whether it's filled with joy or racked with hardship. You see, gratitude helps us to see our lives in a new light. It shifts our focus from what we lack to the abundance that's already present. In changing our perspective, we start to appreciate what we have rather than constantly seeking what we don't. This shift is crucial to embracing who we are and letting go of who we think we're supposed to be. Now, let's bring in the wisdom of Oprah Winfrey, a woman who has inspired millions around the globe. She once said, Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. This is the power of gratitude. It's not only a response to the good in our lives, but also a magnet for more goodness and abundance. So, how can we cultivate this attitude of gratitude? Start small. Appreciate the sunlight that brightens your room every morning. Be thankful for the food on your table. Gratitude is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And as it strengthens, you'll find that joy, peace, and contentment are not far behind. Gratitude isn't about ignoring life's difficulties. It's about finding the strength and resilience to see beyond them. It's about understanding that even in the midst of our struggles, there's always something to be thankful for. Gratitude can transform common days into thanksgivings. By embracing gratitude, we can start to see every day as a celebration, every moment as a feast. So let's start being thankful. Let's start living wholeheartedly. Let's embrace the gifts of imperfection. Are you enjoying this journey of self-discovery? As we delve into the depths of our being, we unearth gems of wisdom that have been waiting to be discovered. It's like embarking on a thrilling adventure, wouldn't you agree? Now imagine being able to embark on this journey regularly, unearthing your hidden potential, one video at a time. That's exactly what subscribing to this channel offers you. By hitting the subscribe button, you're not just joining a YouTube channel. You're joining a community of explorers, each one on their own quest of self-improvement and transformation. And by hitting the notification button, you're ensuring you never miss out on an exciting new discovery. You see, subscribing isn't just an act of clicking a button. It's an act of commitment to yourself, a pledge to continuously strive for growth and improvement. It's a promise to embrace your imperfections and to celebrate your authenticity. So, are you ready? Join us on this journey of self-improvement and transformation. So, ready to embrace your imperfections? We've journeyed through the landscapes of authenticity, self-compassion, resilience, and gratitude, all of which are integral parts of Brené Brown's book, The Gifts of Imperfection. These aren't just abstract concepts, but practical tools you can incorporate into your everyday life. Authenticity isn't about being perfect. It's about being real, being you, and owning your story. It's about letting go of who you think you're supposed to be and embracing who you truly are. Authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of the need for approval and gaining the courage to be imperfect. Next, we explored the power of self-compassion, a concept that calls for kindness to oneself, especially in times of failure or pain. It's about understanding that everyone has their struggles, and it's okay to be imperfect. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd extend to a friend. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, and it's something we can all cultivate. It's about learning to navigate through the storms of life, embracing change, and coming out stronger on the other side. Lastly, we touched on the magic of gratitude. Gratitude isn't just about being thankful for the good times, but also finding the silver linings in the tough times. It's about recognizing the goodness in your life, no matter how small it may seem. Each of these elements, authenticity, self-compassion, resilience, and gratitude, are gifts of being imperfect. They allow us to live more fully, more bravely, and more authentically. Now, as we close this chapter, I want to leave you with a quote from the great poet Leonard Cohen. He once said, "There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. So don't shy away from your cracks, your imperfections. Embrace them. They are not flaws, but openings for light to enter, for growth to happen, and for true beauty to shine through." As Leonard Cohen said, there is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Embrace your cracks and let your light shine through.